Hey, what's up? It's your girl Ashby from the No Advisory Show, here with another episode of Reality Wrap Up. Okay, so let's get right into this Black Ink Chicago. So, Phor was invited to Jamaica by London on the Track to perform at a festival that's going on out there in Jamaica. Phor ends up inviting Ryan to Jamaica. Ryan ends up inviting the 9 Mad crew, and it kind of becomes a group trip. Phor does let the Loyal Ink crew know, hey guys, I got booked for a gig in Jamaica. I'm getting ready to perform at a festival. Now, he was not inviting them. He was just simply letting them know, I'm going to Jamaica to perform. So, of course, Charmaine gets a bright idea to go ahead and surprise Phor in Jamaica. And she books a Airbnb right across the street from, well, not across the street, this is Jamaica. Nevertheless, she goes ahead and books a house near where the 9 Mad crew are staying for the entire Loyal Ink crew. That's Van, newcomer Reese, Lily, Danielle, just everybody's gonna be in Jamaica. Don, Ashley, Cobra, everybody. So everyone arrives in Jamaica. Loyal Ink crew, of course, is uninvitedly there. This is Van's first time out of the country. He's off probation now, thank God. Now, 9 Mad crew has also arrived. So they're driving on the way to their house where they're staying, and Ryan is just going off. Like, he is upset just talking about the situation that he's going through with him shooting up the old 9 Mag shop. When he left the 9 Mag shop, he shot it up and everything, and the police got involved, and now there's charges on Ryan that are pending right now, potentially. Charmaine did an interview, and she pretty much kind of threw him under the bus in the interview. Now, of course, if you watch the show, you kind of know the backstory and how close Ryan, Charmaine, and really all of them were in season 1. I remember the time when Charmaine's car got towed. Ryan actually took her to get her car back and helped her out with the situation with her parents. And I just felt like, you know, they were a family at one point. I think that's what hurts Ryan so bad now. But he was on that bus just going off like he was mad. So, mind you, while Ryan is going on this rant, he is not aware that Loyal Ink is actually in Jamaica at this point. They've come from Chicago. Now they're in Jamaica, unknowingly to Ryan. Later on at the house, Phor breaks it to Ryan, Junior's girlfriend, and Phor's girlfriend, breaks it to everyone that indeed Loyal Ink is in Jamaica. Why do I want to say Chicago? Loyal Ink is in Jamaica, and you already know it's about to go down. Before we get to that, you have Don and Ashley. They finally arrived. Cobra is also with them. Pretty sure she had a miserable trip on the way down. They're traveling with Don and Ashley's arguing asses. They argue all the time. So they're all in Jamaica now, and immediately, of course, Don and Ashley start fighting. What's new? He's leaving Jamaica. Sir, we know that's not true. I'm pretty sure VH1 paid for that trip. You are not about to pay for a trip from Jamaica back to Chicago. Have a seat. Apparently, the argument was over what Ashley planned on wearing, some of her clothing choices like Don. But of course, they end up reconciling, and they end up, you know, discussing, because they are still married. So Ashley's pretty much telling him, let's try to work on this friendship and see what happens from there. So what that pretty much means, wait for them to reconcile and then wait for the big blow up after that. Moving on. Now getting to the meat and potatoes of the episode, if you want to call it that. Of the festival that Phor is performing in, he's throwing a block party. So 9 Mag, Loyal Ink, they're all in the same place at this point. So we have Junior, who's been drinking the entire episode. I mean, he is on 1000. He is completely drunk at this point. He's been drunk. So when he heard that Loyal Ink was in Jamaica at that point, mainly Lily, he was pissed, and he pretty much said, it's going down if I see him. It's no questions asked, it's going down. Apparently they've been going back and forth on social media. Junior's girlfriend is with him. So you already know the feelings that are going to come up when Lily sees that anyway. So it's just been pretty much a buildup of tension, and it's all getting ready to come to a head at this block party. Danielle from Loyal Ink decides to come over and, you know, greet everyone. It's awkward. Junior, he starts to pour out his little beer bottle on the ground like, fuck Loyal Ink, fuck Loyal Ink. I think Lily heard that, and it goes down.
Lily, let me beat the at this super hoe. What's up, bitch? What's up, bitch? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You hit me? You just hit me? Hey, hold on. That's a girl, bro. You tripping, man. What's up?
Now, the story that Reese tells, She says that he punches her in the face, looks at her, and then hits her again. So I don't know. The cameras should be able to tell us everything, but it was so much going on. The camera was panning here and there. Reese is going off. He hit me, and she's just, you know, upset. Of course, Junior hit her, allegedly. So she's just yelling, he hit me. Don comes up and tries to restrain him, but Junior is acting belligerent. So I'm not putting it past him of hitting Reese, Lily, any one of them. He probably hit his own girlfriend by accident. So Don is restraining Junior, and it is the funniest thing. Like, has his arms all pinned up, has him in a chokehold, and this is doing nothing but making Junior 20 times more upset. He just starts acting a donkey. He starts fighting security. He starts fighting Don. He's trying to fight everybody at this point. I mean, it's just mayhem. So everybody gets back in their respective vehicles. Everybody's separated at this point. And pretty much Ryan and Phor, they're trying to calm Junior down and get him on the bus. Just let him know, you know, you need to calm down. And Phor is getting upset because Junior's threatening to beat up Don. And that's Phor's brother. So you know he's not having that shit. Side note, there's another employee by the name of Bella that was there. She's been turned this entire trip. Just period. She's missing her daughter. She starts bust out crying on the bus on the way to this block party. Like, oh, I miss my daughter. 2 seconds later, she's ready to take shots. So while all this is going on, poor Bella's just on the bus, knocked out, not having a clue. So of course, Phor is just pissed because this was about him. This was his performance that they're there for. Like, they're not there on a social trip. They're there for Phor. Charmaine even made t-shirts to say that she was there for Phor, and like all this happens, it's like, that's who I feel bad for, Phor. So finally, Loyal Inc. is back at their house, and 9 Mag is back at their house. Junior is still on 1000. He hasn't calmed down any. He's going crazy. So security decides, for the night, we're sending you to a hotel, and you're not coming back to the house because you and your girl, y'all gotta go. So once Junior hears this, it's like part 2 of the havoc. Ryan, at this point, he's trying to restrain Junior. He gets in between them, Junior, in the security now. Now, this is Junior trying to fight the security at this point because they're telling him he has to go. Junior goes over to punch security with Ryan in between them, and he ends up punching Ryan in the face.
Stop, but I can just feel it. Just gonna go left, bro. Shut the f*** out. Calm down, bro. Calm down. What you mean? Get out of my way. I know. I said, get my... That's it. What's wrong with you, man?
It's just a big old mess, and from the previews I saw next week, it's not gonna get any better. Apparently.
What you mean I want me performing? You know them same promoters that was on that street party? I'm saying at the concert. They were in the same. Canceled you out. They don't want you in there.
I'm sure they heard about all the foolishness that went on the night before on the streets of Jamaica. Not to mention, it looks like Jen, Van's ex-girlfriend, which they've only been broken up for 3 days, so I don't even think she has that title as ex. Anyways, she walks in and sees Reese on Van's shoulders, titties out and everything, having a good old time. Sister was not having that.
So if y'all niggas didn't know where I was at, I'm in Jamaica. Just in case niggas didn't think I was gonna show up.
Let's start a conversation. What did y'all think about the episode? Make sure you comment below. Also, if you haven't done so already, make sure you guys go to your Google Play Store or your Apple Store, whatever you have, and download the TuneIn app so that you can listen to the No Advisory Show every Thursday on Power 104.4 FM. Thank you guys for tuning in, and that's a wrap.